I'll be in charge of your training. Please feel free to ask me anything, I said with a warm professional smile. Really? You're my trainer? She replied, looking me up and down with clear dissatisfaction. You seem kind of unreliable. Are you sure this is okay? She seemed supremely confident in her own abilities, her tone almost mocking. Thinking back, I realized I disliked Corinne from that very first encounter, but work is work. I was assigned to train her, and I was determined to do it properly. I taught her everything carefully and seriously, even the small details like including a handwritten thank you note with a shipment. Alara, are you really using such an inefficient method? She'd scoff. Unbelievable. This product is more popular than that one, so it's objectively better. You should know that just by thinking logically. She kept making these kinds of condescending comments. Sure, adding a thank you note takes extra effort, and some people might just throw it away without reading it. But there are also people who appreciate that small personal touch, and no one feels bad about receiving a thank you. As for the products, it's far more important to consider what the customer actually wants than what's popular. If a customer wants fruit rich in vitamin C, suggesting a sugary candy just because it's a bestseller is unlikely to lead to a sale. At worst, it might even anger them. Engaging with customers to understand their unique needs and adjusting my recommendations based on their reactions is my style. Popular items are popular for a reason, but they might not be the best fit for the person standing in front of me. My approach might be inefficient in her eyes, but I didn't think it deserved to be laughed at. Even if I believed I wasn't wrong, being constantly criticized for everything I taught was hurtful. A month after I started training her, the monthly sales results were announced. I was, as usual, the top performer. Everyone in the department clapped and praised me, except for Corinne. She glared at me from across the room, her eyes filled with jealousy, biting her lip in frustration. From that day on, Corinne's behavior towards me worsened significantly. When I tried to teach her about our product line, she'd mock me, saying, "You're such a nerd for remembering all that detail." She even started spreading baseless rumors that I was using my looks to get sales. Fortunately, no one believed her, but the clear malice was shocking. What had I done to make her resent me so much? Corinne's training period was only a month. After that, I thought she would be on her own and would no longer bother me. I soon realized how wrong I was. Her harassment didn't stop, it just became more covert. At first, it was minor things. My favorite pen would disappear from my desk, or the sticky notes on my computer monitor would be gone. I thought I had just misplaced them. But when I discovered that all of my schedules on the company's internal app had been deleted, I knew it wasn't my imagination. Other things started happening. Documents I saved in the shared folder would mysteriously vanish. Faxes and mail addressed to me would end up in the shredder bin before I could read them. Calls with important clients would be abruptly cut off. I had been clueless about who was responsible, but one day, the culprit was finally revealed. I was on a crucial call with a client when the line suddenly went dead. I panicked and looked around frantically. And there was Corinne standing near the server rack with a smug grin on her face, holding the unplugged phone cord in her hand. This, of course, was a serious interference with my work and an inconvenience to my clients. I confronted her, asking her to stop, but she didn't listen at all. "Do you have any proof?" she sneered, looking up at me with that mean little smile. "Proof that I did it? Don't accuse me without evidence. You're so paranoid." I had seen her unplug the cord, but when it came to hard proof, I was at a loss. She laughed at my silence. "See? Just because you have good results doesn't mean you can get cocky. For the trouble you've caused, I hope this will make up for it." Then, to my utter shock, Corinne reached into my bag, which was beside my desk. She pulled out my wallet, took out $100 in cash, and tossed the empty wallet back to me. "Thanks for the bonus," she said with a loud theatrical laugh, and walked away, leaving me stunned. I immediately consulted my boss, but without concrete proof, he said it was difficult to take action. He did caution Corinne, but it seemed to have no effect. In fact, she began to resent me even more. From then on, she harassed me almost daily. My schedules were constantly deleted, my documents disappeared. I had to work more and more overtime just to keep up. I started asking clients to email me for non-urgent matters, and I checked the shredder bins